How do you get sellers to consider your offer in this very hot real estate market, especially if you need financing? Well, you're not alone. Over 70% of the buyers in today's market have some sort of financing contingency tied to their home purchase. Today, we're going to look at the top 5 things that you can do to give your offer the best chance of getting accepted. In a really hot real estate market where there is more overall competition, there will be more cash buyers. But cash buyers are not buying every home on the market right now. The overwhelming majority of all sales right now will have some financing contingency tied to their loan offer. Keep in mind that you're most likely competing with someone else that has a financing contingency. Number 1, complete your underwriting. Know what you can afford and know how prepared you really are to negotiate. And that has to deal with how much you can afford. Today's sellers really want more than just a pre-approval, and we can't say this strongly enough. Do the work, get your loan fully approved. Even if you have to update your documents for a month, maybe 2 months while you're shopping, it'll make all the difference in the world. And by having your loan pre-approved, you can get creative with your offer. Maybe you can reduce the time on your loan contingency or maybe even eliminate it altogether. But having your loan pre-approved, having all your documents done will put you way ahead of all the competition out there. Number 2, no lowball offers. None. The most important thing you need to remember is you cannot make lowball offers in this market. Know the market, work with your agent and do the research. Make a fair market value offer. Should your initial offer be your absolute top offer? Well, in a normal market, we would say maybe. But in this market, you can't count on sellers making counter offers. You just can't. So if your first offer is not your best, you will probably be on the outside looking. Number 3, don't freak out if you get a counter offer. What if you get countered? What is a multiple counter offer? Well, a seller's counter offer is usually on price. Now, every now and then it'll be on timing, but it's usually based on price. So if at all possible, when you are structuring your financing, it's a really good idea to have set aside what we call a pain fund. This is money that you tag for an emergency that might happen during your move. Well, you have to acquire the house before you can move, and hopefully you'll never have to use your pain fund, but this is the first place we might suggest you look at it. A multiple counter offer situation occurs when more than one offer has been submitted, and the offers are very similar, very competitive. Then the seller sends out a multiple counter offer to more than one potential buyer, someone who's submitted an offer that they like, asking for their best and final offer. Think very hard about accepting any counter offers that could make you change your loan amount, and really hard about any counter offers that would require you to change your full loan approval. Number 4, go big on the little things. Make the highest earnest money offer you possibly can, always at least 3%, but consider increasing it at stages during the transaction. Maybe when the appraisal is complete, you can increase your earnest money, or when the inspection period is complete. And have your inspectors lined up. Be ready to shorten your inspection periods. And then we will interview the listing agent just to make sure we know what this seller's hot buttons are, and then we'll help you structure your offer just to satisfy that particular seller's needs. Number 5, be prepared to walk away. Look, we don't ever want you to force a transaction to the point where it no longer feels right. Not ever. The most important thing you can do to get your offer accepted is to be well represented. Make sure whoever you work with is presenting all of the positives about you, your family, and your offer, and make sure you're ready to act when you get your offer accepted. What about personal love letters? The property letters that buyers will write in order to get a seller to accept their offer. The Department of Real Estate and the California Association of Realtors have advised us, or starting to advise us, not to consider using these, and that sellers may be able to discriminate one buyer versus the other just based on the tone of the letter, maybe a disclosed class of the buyer. So if the seller is accepting those, we'll help you draft one. But just understand that that practice is kind of being phased out of the market right now. So how do you get started? Just click the link below or contact me directly. I've helped thousands of home buyers through the process, and I'll be happy to help you. My name's Rory Manning. I'm a real estate broker, I'm a mortgage lender, and I'm the owner of Compadre Brokers. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this, and have a great day.